Hi, sixth graders. Um, your first live class is about character description, and this is basically going through the next um, assignment that will come up for you, in which you will need to write a character description. So we'll talk all about what you need to do in this video. So, what is it? A good character makes stories come to life. He can feel like our friend. She can make us laugh by what she does. We may also dislike them. We want to read more when there are good characters in a story. What makes a good character? Description. In this lesson, you are going to create your own good character. You will use this character later in the unit as a part of a story. So first, a little bit of vocabulary that's going to be used here. An adjective, you probably already know, is a word that describes a noun, so it's a person, place, or thing. Examples of adjectives are shiny, red, or tall. And obviously there's many more adjectives in English. The word describe means words that create a mental picture of a person, place, or thing. And sensory language is words that create mental pictures using the five senses, which are sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. So you are going to be using sensory language to describe your character using adjectives. And let's go on. Your character plan. You are going to be creating a character, like we said earlier. You will do this by using describing words or adjectives to tell what the character looks like and how she or he talks or behaves. You will also describe the character's thoughts and feelings. So in the next assignment, you will write one paragraph describing this character. Now, just take note, we're not writing a story about the character. You're just going to describe this character so that when I read it, I will be able to get an image of in my mind of what your character is like. So the first step in writing about a character is gathering your ideas and organizing them. Think about a character that would be fun to write about. Your character may be based on someone you know or may be fictional. And remember, it doesn't have to be a likable character. It just has to be someone that you think would be fun to write about. So, character description. You're going to describe your character in three different categories: their appearance, their speech and behavior, and thoughts and feelings. Looks like there is a typo in that paragraph. It says and behavior twice. Sorry about that. So it says reference the chart at right, and you should copy this on your own sheet of paper, and you don't need to print it out or anything. It's just basically three columns. In the first column, you're going to jot down things about a character's appearance. Second column, jot down your character's speech and behavior habits, and in the third column, your character's thoughts and feelings. Okay, so use this as an organizer to help you write your paragraph, and it will get you into your character's head a little bit better. Let's move on. We'll start with physical appearance. So, what does your character look like? The basics. Is he tall? Is she even a person? Maybe not. And it may be helpful to draw a picture of your character just for your own use so that you are better able to describe. Okay, and physical appearance, really good words to use would be metaphors like he's as tall as a skyscraper, or she's almost as short as an ant, something like that. Not just he is tall, he has black hair, he has brown eyes, because that's pretty boring. Remember, you're trying to get sensory images. So next is speech and behavior. So now think about the way your character would talk. Does she have an accent? Does he have a special word or phrase that he uses quite a lot? Does she speak slowly or quickly? All right, these are just questions to get you going in thinking about what your character is like. These aren't the only questions you have to answer. Anything else you can use to describe your character, anything else you can think of would be wonderful. So, on to thoughts and feelings. Is your character someone who's very smart? What does she think about the situation she is in? How is he feeling today? Is she excited, tired, happy, confused? Think of all the thoughts and feelings your character could possibly have and jot some of those down in that chart that I had you write on your paper. So, what's next? Like we said, in the next lesson, you will complete the character plan organizer to describe your character. Use descriptive adjectives or sensory language in each box. Make sure that we can see the same picture of your character as you have in your head in ours. Okay? And there's just a picture of a colorful character. This isn't by any means the one you have to describe, but it gives an idea of a really colorful character there. So, and note, you're only going to turn in your written paragraph. You're not going to turn in your chart. Your chart is to help you. And writing about your character. There's another little character there who might be quite colorful to write about. So you are going to take your character plan, which is the chart you filled out, and write one paragraph describing your character. You will want to give your character a name. Make sure to include a topic sentence and at least 4 supporting detail sentences. So maybe in the topic sentence you're going to want to introduce your character with a name and a description of what he or she is, or it is. And then at least 4 supporting detail sentences. And remember, he is tall, she is short. Those aren't details. They are details, but they're not using sensory language. You must use sensory language for this. Think about how the character would look, how it would feel, or the clothing that they're wearing would feel. Think about how they sound. Think about how they smell. And the last paragraph says, use lots of adjectives and sensory language, like I was just talking about. Your character should come to life in your paragraph. So then you proofread and revise. So when you're finished with your paragraph, be sure to proofread your work. Read your paragraph to a friend or aloud to yourself to make sure you haven't left out any important details that and that your sentences in your paragraph flow smoothly. Okay? Clean up any spelling and grammar mistakes and compare your work to the rubric before writing your final draft. You'll find a link to the grading rubric at the end of the next lesson. A little caution, do not write a story about your character yet. You will do this in a lesson later in the unit, but be sure to create a character that you like and you'll be able to write a story about later. So in other words, you're doing some of the work now in writing, describing your character in one paragraph, and then later you'll use that same character description to write a story about your character later. So if you have any questions for me, be sure to contact me as soon as possible. You can either call, my phone numbers are below, you can send an OW message, or you can email me. And I can help you with this assignment further if you need to. So, you are watching this recording, so you must call me to discuss what you saw in the video in order to get credit. I'm going to ask you what course you're doing, which would be Language Arts 600A. I'm going to ask you what unit live class you watched, so that will be Unit 1, and then I'm going to say, what did you see in the video? Okay, so you don't have to tell me every little thing slide by slide, but you must give me an overall summary of what you saw and an idea of what you might write about. Okay? So try both of my phone numbers if you don't get me at one, and if you need to leave a message, please leave a message at both phone numbers because I'm in and out of cell service depending on where I am. So I have a landline and a cell phone to be sure to get all your messages. So good luck on this, and I can't wait to read your character descriptions. Bye.